Hey guys, Denise here from Hot Girl Doing Nerdy Things, and today I am here to show you the first step of solving a Rubik's Cube! Yay! And I actually have something really exciting to tell you about this. You do not simply need to be a genius to be able to solve a Rubik's Cube. One does not simply pick up a Rubik's Cube, look at it, decipher where the pieces are going to go, and then just solve it. There is actually a method, a whole system people refer to as algorithms, which is just a fancy word for, a solution that people memorize to be able to solve this thing. And like I said, you do not need to be a genius, just like I assumed for so many years, which kept me from trying to actually do this. You just need a really good attitude and, patience. So for those times where some things are not clicking, you just really need to have a good attitude to be able to put the cube down, take a deep breath, and realize that you just need to keep practicing and that you'll eventually be able to get it. It's okay to want to throw the cube around a few times here and there. I've definitely done that. You'll probably do that. Maybe you won't do that. Maybe it'll come more naturally to you. We won't know unless we try, so let's go ahead and let's solve this thing. Alright, so our first step is to get oriented with the Rubik's Cube. So I'm assuming you've never held a Rubik's Cube before or really done the moves, so I'm going to show you kind of what I'm talking about or what commands I give you will mean what. So the Rubik's Cube has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. The 3x3 one does anyway. And there are faces we refer to, and each face is, when it's done, a different color. We'll go with white as the top face. Usually when we start or begin to solve a Rubik's Cube, we always start by solving the white top. And to be able to do that, you have to have the white facing the top, so we call this the top face. The other ones can kind of move around. It doesn't matter if your blue's facing you or, facing away from you, as long as the white's on top when you begin. So top face, and then any color we choose. The side on our right hand will be our right face. The side on our left hand will be our left face. The bottom will be the down face. The part that faces us will be the front face. And then the part that faces away from us will be the back face. And then another important thing is that you can either turn any face two ways. One is clockwise, and the other way is counterclockwise. So clockwise, counterclockwise. Let's put it back. And if the front side is easy, the front face is easy when you're trying to see which way it's going to go. If I say front clockwise, it's going to go just like a clock does, so you can envision a clock in front of you, and if it's turning clockwise, it's going to go this way. So if you want to turn the front side clockwise, you're going to turn it this way. This is counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise. So same thing applies for all the other faces. Your right side clockwise is going to go this way. And if that doesn't make sense to you right now when you're looking at it, you can always just turn the right face to face you and imagine which way clockwise would be if this were a clock. And then kind of put it back. And then, this is the way we were going, so I'm going to have to turn it this way. You can do that with any face. But for now, let me just show you the clockwise turn for the left face. This face, in this case it will be green, is going to go this way, because that's the way a clock would turn if it were facing you. And then for the up face, clockwise is going to be this way. For the down face, clockwise is going to be this way. And for the back face, clockwise is going to be this way. So that one I think is the trickiest one for me because it's facing away from me, so it's kind of counterintuitive. A lot of the times when I was learning, I would have to, remember if I'm going to disorient the cube, I have to remember, I had initially the red face facing me, white's always on top, so if I take the back towards me, I want to see what clockwise would be. It would be this way. and then I would kind of take it back. Okay, so that's still clockwise, so it means I'm turning it this way. Or you could just go with the memorization and remember that this is clockwise. Whatever works for you is fine. And then, like I said, any face you can also turn counterclockwise. So counterclockwise going this way. So the front face counterclockwise would be this way. It's one turn. Right side counterclockwise is this way. Left face counterclockwise this way. And then down face counterclockwise is this way. And then the back face counterclockwise is this way. So just, I think if you really want to set yourself up to succeed when you're learning the Rubik's Cube, and you've never done anything like this before, presumably, I remember when I first held a Rubik's Cube, to help me learn, my boyfriend would shout commands at me. He would say, right, clockwise. And it would take me a really long time to figure out, like, process that information in my brain to understand what move that translates to. So I would have to say, okay, right, clockwise, my right hand means I'm gonna turn this side, and clockwise means it's gonna go towards the clock way, so it's gonna be like this. Now that I've had months and months of practice, when somebody says right clockwise to me, I know it's gonna go that way. But I think what would have helped initially a lot when I was first learning, instead of trying to learn all the algorithms right away, if I'd taken like maybe a few weeks or even a month to just really get those commands down. Front clockwise, front counterclockwise, right counterclockwise, left, clockwise, left counterclockwise, top, and somebody maybe shouted those commands at me and I learned them and how to process them quicker in my mind and turn them into a move, then perhaps I would have been able to kind of learn the algorithms that come later a lot more smoothly. So if you guys are just learning and you want to set really good habits and kind of set yourself up to succeed, I highly suggest that you actually pause, here and take a week or two to really get those moves down so that you can, in fact, more seamlessly integrate the things I teach you later. Because it is going to be, there was a lot of days when I did want to throw the Rubik's Cube at the wall, and I think I actually did because I was really frustrated. I was trying to pile on too much information and too many new things too fast. So definitely take your time with this. So now maybe take some time to practice, orient yourself and just learn the moves, and shout to yourself maybe if there's no one else helping you. Okay, left counterclockwise, and just learn. That's how that goes. Down clockwise. Okay, there we go. And right clockwise, right counterclockwise, top clockwise. Ooh, without moving anything else, of course. And yeah, I think that will be really helpful. And then another thing to keep in mind when you are learning to do the Rubik's Cube is that each side will have centerpieces. So we have, 5 centerpieces here and 4 corner pieces on each face. So that will come in handy later. Just remember how to distinguish the centerpieces between the corner pieces. And I think for lesson number 1, that is a really good start. And in the next video, I will start with a scrambled up Rubik's Cube and teach you the first move that you need to do no matter what scramble your Rubik's Cube is in to be able to solve it, and how to figure out how to hold everything and all that good stuff that you need to know to begin being able to solve one. So today until my next video comes up, please practice the moves. Practice learning what all the sides mean, what R means when you turn it clockwise versus counterclockwise. And one other thing that I want to tell you is when you see a notation, let's say you see a capital letter R, that means turn your right side clockwise once. Whereas if you see an R with a prime I next to it, that means that you should turn the right side counterclockwise once. So also really practice getting to learn that and which move denotes, which turn. so that when we start to actually plug in the steps, you will know what I'm talking about when I say right, clockwise, right, prime, or right, counterclockwise. So if that doesn't make sense to you right now, don't worry, it will, and I am really looking forward to seeing you in the next video where we will learn how to solve the white cross up top on our top layer. Yay! Alright, good luck you guys. See you soon.